What's up, guys? It's JT here on the Kid and Kam podcast show today. Today we got Mr. Kid and Mr. Kam.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to do a little podcast. Before we get started, we're just going to bring some entertainment to you guys during these crazy times. Just make sure you drop a comment below. Let us know how you think about the podcast, what you want to hear about. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Let's go.
This man.
Okay.
We got the Rocket. We got Rockets fan Jordan JT Johnson in the building.
James Harden fan.
Nah. He's James Harden is still on the Rockets, so he's still a Rocket.
Thank you for pointing that
He's still
out.
He's still on the Rockets, so you're a Rockets
I
fan.
appreciate
We
that.
got that problem with the Rockets video about to come out real soon, so I'm excited for that one too. What do y'all see as the future for James Harden? Is he going to finish it? Because I saw Bleacher Report post these polls, and they were kind of like, is JT not J? I'm tripping. Is James Harden going to finish the season on the Rockets, or is he going to finish the season on the 76ers, somewhere in the East? I just don't. I just wanted to kind of get an input from y'all. It's a trending topic in the NBA, so I thought we'd kind of go over it. Personally, I think it's kind of like right at this point, I think it's beating a dead horse because we haven't seen James Harden publicly complain about being on that Rockets team. I feel like he knows how dominant that team can be. Not to mention he showed up in the preseason. He played. He's playing now, so I'm still trying to figure out like why that's like this big story of like where he's going to end up this season. Because I think the Rockets have already made it very clear that they had no intentions of trading James Harden, for low. Like I think they said they wanted to send him to the Nets, but they wanted Kyrie in return. Like a trade like that is just not going to happen. There's talks about him going to the 76ers for Ben Simmons, and I'm like, that'd be a pointless trade. It'd be a pointless trade. Ben Simmons is a young guy, one of the best defenders in the league. He's still working on his scoring, from just being more of like an inside guy, but like it'd be a pointless trade at this point.
No, yeah. If he does get traded, it's obviously going to be to the 76ers or Knicks. As of if he's going to stay on the team for the rest of the year, I fully 100% agree that he was going to stay on the team for the rest of the year.
You mean the Nets?
You mean the Nets?
What did I say? Did I say the Knicks?
Yes, because I was like,
oh, my bad. I meant the Nets. I meant the Nets. I meant the Nets. 76ers and Nets. 76ers and Nets. And for the rest of the year, yeah, he will stay on the team. That's my fault. But yeah, whenever... after like this season or whenever his contract's up, I really don't know when his contract's up. I feel like he probably will move on from the Rockets.
He's got 2 more years.
He'll probably move if they don't do anything with like get past like at least if they don't get to the Western Conference Finals with the team that they have or next year with his 2 years remaining. I don't think that he will re-sign. I just don't personally see it happening. At that point, I think he'll just want a chip. And I feel like he's not going to really ring chase, but he's going to go to a team and make them a lot better, put them in a better position. You know what I'm saying? Like, he will be the star player where he does go. He won't ring chase.
Obviously, like, right now, this team, they're not in the best situation. They're 2-4. They got to play Orlando tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. But it's like, they're still, like, building that chemistry. And this is something I was talking to Jordan about, off air. This team, once they build that chemistry, like, they could really be a dangerous team. So I don't know. I feel like if the Rockets pull a trade on James Harden, it has to be for a player. And I'm not going to say a player better than James Harden because, James Harden's the best scorer in the league right now. And I think that's undoubtedly a fact. You can't tell me otherwise. But you got to get a player who can at least bring some of that production back because if not, then John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins won't lead this team anywhere, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, they probably won't even make the playoffs. James Harden gives you that ability to make the playoffs, with his 30, 40-point, bursts of games that he has. It's hard to replace some talent like that on that team. And, Jordan hasn't weighed in on this situation yet, but, like, I'm just curious to see what he's feeling.
I break it down more on the problem with the Houston Rockets, so make sure you tune into that because I'm not going to go as into depth with it. That's going to be dropping soon. Turn on your notifications for that. But, I agree with Cam. This is the year that's going to decipher if James Harden chooses to stay or leave.
Right.
I think that James is going to wait it out just because we still got the COVID whole situation going on. I think James likes having the freedom that the Rockets give him to where old boy can go to the club, openly and come back, drop 40 points, and nobody's saying anything about it.
Right.
Or at least nobody's openly saying anything about it. I think that I agree with you too, Meech, that nobody's. I mean, what the Rockets back office is doing is very smart. They're saying, look, you're not gonna get James Harden
for pocket
for
change.
Anything. Yeah.
They even said they wanted like a young, proven star. I'm like, well, that's Ben Simmons, but are you really right? Is that really a good trade?
But I don't think they're doing that to like. I think they're doing that to scare them off. Like I think they're doing it like anybody will take James Harden, but are you gonna give up your star?
Yeah, but
for James Harden?
I think you're forgetting they don't have to trade him. You know what I'm saying? He signed that contract. They don't have to send him anywhere. So honestly, like they said when Russell and James first came out with their trade demands, they were like, "Look, we don't have to send you anywhere," and that's a fact. They don't. But you don't want that unhappy player playing for your starting five. But
that's what I'm saying. So they're doing a trade off to where it's like, oh, nobody wants you. Sorry, we tried. You wanted the Nets. We tried to give you the Nets. They don't want to give up Kyrie. Go be mad at them. You're going to have to play for us. Oh, by the way, you turned down the $50 million extension. Oof. That's not our fault.
Those are facts.
It's a very smart back office move. But I think he's got about 2 years on his contract left. 1 to 2 years left. When he's a free agent, he's done. If he hasn't won anything, he's done.
If he hasn't, let's be real. Is he going to win something on this Rockets roster?
We'll see this year.
And then you guys were saying something about him kind of seeing this year to decipher where he wants to head. You also got to remember this is a shortened NBA season, baby. The playoffs ain't that far. They're far, but they ain't that far. It'll be here sooner than later.
I don't think he's gonna.
That's what I'm like.
That's why I said
it'll be
he's probably not gonna go anywhere during the season just because it is a short season. Yeah. I don't think that would even be smart.
I think the front office also wants to experiment this team. Like, let's see what they're capable of. Let's see how far they can get. Because, I mean, you're looking at teams in the West right now. This can be a top 3 team if they can start playing good with chemistry.
I'll let you know what is going to be an example of James Harden is about to go. When you start hearing about he's in another state or he bought another house in another state, just like it happened with LeBron, just like it happened with Kevin, to where they found out that they had houses in the state that was a number 1 prospect to play for. That's what you're going to be looking out for. You're going to be looking out for things like that. Once you hear things about that, he's about to go.
Honestly, bro, who would have thought real estate would play such a big factor in sports? Let's be honest here. Real estate, right now in free agency, real estate's playing a big factor. People just look at who's buying houses. They're like, oh yeah, they're going there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw a post or something. They were talking about Cam Newton sold LaMelo Ball as Charlotte house in Carolina.
Oh.
It's not. I mean, that's not really on the same aspect, but it was like it's real estate. So free real estate.
Like whenever Kevin Durant, whenever he bought that house in New York, Brooklyn area, everybody was like, oh, he's going to the Knicks, and then he went to the Nets. Ooh. But I mean,
play for them.
Yeah, they were definitely wrong.
They were
wrong. Just like how they're about to get Zion. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Come on,
Zion, the New York Knicks. Hey, listen, they got something up their sleeves, all right? Trust me, Zion's gonna be in a Knicks uniform. It's all a part of the plan. Trust me. Trust the process. Speaking of the 76ers, what's that next topic?
You think he's trying to play with his old boy again?
With RJ? Come on. It's not really a deadly duo, if we're being honest. I like Zion, but RJ hasn't shined as much.
He looked great
in the beginning of the season, but like he started to simmer down now.
Looking for that Zion and Julius Randle.
Ooh. I mean, we talking about him trying to team up with those guys. He might be happy staying in New Orleans. I mean, they're not looking like a bad team.
I think he's happy there.
They need get a few players. I mean, this team isn't bad. I wouldn't be opposed to quickly get out of there. I know when they won the lottery, he kind of made this face, but it's like
New Orleans. Honestly, they should have pursued Billy Donovan heavy. I feel like Billy Donovan would have been a good fit down there to be their coach. How he developed players in OKC. Quite frankly, he didn't have to develop KD and Russ, but I mean, developing those other players, and then you get put in a situation where you got to develop Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and Josh Hart. I feel like that was a perfect situation. And Jackson Hayes. They got a good starting young team down there. They just need a good development coach.
Look what he's doing for the Bills, man. The Bulls. I'm trolling. What am I on today? But look what he's
doing.
I
said the Knicks. I said the Knicks. Don't worry about it.
I'm thinking about football for some reason. Like, I don't, dude. Playoff season is underway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, look what he's doing with the Bulls right now. They're 4-5. They probably aren't making the playoffs. They don't look like a Bulls team that's ready to get back to dominance. But they definitely got those players in stone. Wendell Carter is also good. Kobe White. Trust the process, man.
Zach LaVine.
They got until March.
Yeah,
they got. You got plenty of time. Like I said, I think chemistry's still trying to be built. These guys didn't really have much practice with the whole COVID thing, so everybody's trying to build. I think the Rockets gonna have probably the biggest turnaround now. Once they build their chemistry, I think that team can be dominant. I like what that.
Speaking of a turnaround,
right?
Woo-wee! 76ers way to show out. Way to show.
Before we start, you already know what I'm finna say. I know y'all remember them top 10 power rankings. And if I remember correctly, either one or both of y'all didn't have them in the top 10. Was it both of y'all?
I think it was both.
They were honestly in my honorable mention.
Oh yeah, right. I'm gonna go ahead and clap it up.
To be fair, you had 11.
I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, but they would have still been on my top 10. I'm going to go ahead and clap it up for these guys here.
To be fair, you had 11.
I'm clapping it up.
You had them
I am clapping it up for you guys. From not in the top 10 to the best record in the NBA through 2 weeks. Man, I love it.
It's the beginning of the season.
I love it, man. Oh, it tastes great. And you want to know what's crazy about this 76ers team? They have the number one defense right now per 106 possessions in the league. Come on. You know, they struggled... defensively, they weren't as great last season, but this season they're great. They're also top 15 in offense. Man, come on, man. I said at the beginning of the season, it was going to be important that they were able to shoot the ball great. They're still not shooting as good as they need to be. They're shooting 36%, 16th in the league. It's got to get higher. But like I said, dude, they're number one in field goal percentage in the paint because you know they got that guy Ben Simmons. You know they got that guy Joel Embiid. You know they got that guy Tobias Harris. Come on, man. I was trying to tell y'all, they got some shooters now. Seth Curry put up 28 last night, so let's let that sink in.
I'm not gonna say that I was correct about my top 10, but I am gonna say here, and I am gonna say I told you so. I said before the season even started, when the season ended last year, in order for the 76ers to be good, they have to get shooters on the court. And not just shooters, people outside the paint. Because all they had was just people inside the paint. We got some people outside the paint, and now we can push it inside the paint. Talk to me. Let's go. Talk to me. I want to
hear Cameron. I want Cameron to talk to me about this team because they weren't top 10 at the beginning of the season. So he had points and everything. So I definitely want to hear it. I want to hear how he's reacting to this.
Look, the reason I didn't have my top 10 is honestly I was just sleeping on them. I'm gonna be honest. I was sleeping. They got me awake now. They're the best team in the East.
Hibernating. You were hibernating.
No, yeah. They fifth in or they seventh in points per game on the East. They're 7 points per game. They're fifth in the opposing points per game in the East. So they're obviously, top 8 in both. That's playoff worthy. But I mean, honestly, I did not expect this. I'm gonna be quite honest. I didn't expect them to be this good. I expect them to be good. I expect them to be top 8 in the East. You had something up your sleeve, Dimitri. I don't know what you knew. I don't know what inside sources you had.
Come on.
But hey, they're the best in the East to me right now. It's easy to
get lucky in the middle of a pandemic.
My source confirmed. Come on, I got a source.
Right now they are the best.
It's easy to get lucky in the middle of a pandemic.
Easy to get lucky in what aspect?
In the middle of the pandemic, aren't they losing right now to the Nets without Kyrie?
Oh, okay.
The start of the temple.
Oh, they go.
Starts to crumble. Cam, now I am gonna ask you this: they're up there right now. You said you were sleeping on them. Yeah. But are you asleep? Are they going to stay at the top?
I don't think they'll stay at the top at the playoffs. Like, as in, when they're going into the playoffs, I don't think they're going to be the number 1 seed. I feel like that will either be Boston, if the Nets can stay healthy and play fully, or Milwaukee.
We got a face.
Boston?
Yeah.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
They second in the East right now.
Sir, they're fourth.
They're fourth.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Well,
So
winning percentage, but
I'm not going. I'm not going. Not winning percentage either. They're still fourth.
Yeah, winning percentage, they're fourth. That's what I was saying. So winning percentage, they're fourth. So what were you saying to me?
Yeah, but what?
I was like, but like they got the same wins as second. I had my Eastern Conference sorted by wins.
No, they don't.
What?
No, they don't.
They do.
Everyone in second place is
they have a third loss.
Well, yeah, I know, but I have my Eastern Conference sorted by wins right now. Okay, and I had the percentage.
Yeah, but 2 and 3 have 2 losses.
Can you not hear me? I have my wins and losses. It's sorted by wins. It's not sorted by losses. So they are at the top of it right now. If I could show you it, I would. If you want to go onto ESPN and sort it yourself, you will see. It's sorting it by.
You have it sorted by wins, but you don't see the losses.
No, it's blocked off by
is a big factor.
the call.
That win percentage.
It's blocked off by the call. That's my fault, I guess. But I mean, hey.
So you think that they're going to be the number 2 seed? Number 1 seed. You said Boston.
I said it's between 3 teams. It was Boston,
Which ones?
Boston Nets, and Boston. If the Nets can, I don't know what they're doing over there. If they can stay healthy,
they're going to be 6-4 after tonight.
Okay, and then Milwaukee. Milwaukee could be a factor for number 1 too. We just started this season. Y'all looking at me crazy. We just started this season.
I'm not even on the screen.
Well, I mean,
but I'm definitely looking at you crazy.
Some teams to still be at the top, like the Magic. You know, they just lost Markelle Fultz. I don't expect the Knicks to still be at the top. Who knows? They may make the playoffs.
Get well better too.
Yeah, I don't.
What about Orlando? Are we forgetting about Orlando?
Well, I mean,
did you not just hear me say Markelle Fultz?
Markelle Fultz got injured.
Yeah,
that's what takes away.
Was Markelle really leading that team? He was pretty good.
He was pretty good.
Playing pretty good basketball.
You take him out. Do you take out the Orlando out the top 5 in the East?
I'm not going to say it so far as a top 5. I think they can. As a matter of fact, they'll probably end up moving down to 5 when you see Cameron saying stuff like the Bucks leading the East. I think the 76ers. I think they'll close it out.
You think they'll finish number 1 seed?
I think they'll finish number 1. This team is just getting started. Like all these teams, obviously the Bucks are 5-3. All these teams, the Nets are 5-4, and you know the Nets gonna make the playoffs. The Nets gonna be a top 3 seed. Come on. They're still trying to get KD and Kyrie playing every game because these guys, we're 9 games into the season. It feels like they've already missed half their games. They're still trying to get healthy, but the 76ers team, they're playing at full speed right now. If they don't have any injuries, man, there's really not much that's going to slow them down. I'm not going to sit here and say they're the best team in the East because I think we all
I feel like the top four,
or say that it's
now,
the
why
Celtics.
Is nobody talking about these Pacers?
The Pacers are great.
Pacers are
It's
good.
a great
Pacers
basketball team. Sabonis, Oladipo. Don't sleep. I'm not sleeping on them. I had that pointed out in my power rankings. I'm not sleeping on the Pacers.
Hey, look, me and Dimitri, you can back me up. We talked about it off air. Pacers are good. We've talked about this. Come on, man. Don't even act like that.
So Cam, come into the end of the season. Who's your top 3 teams
in the East?
In the East.
Do you want me to do an order? Or you want me to do like any order?
Top 3 teams. Just
top 3?
Your top 3 teams.
I feel like it'll play out. It'll be Boston, Philadelphia will be in there. And if I don't feel like Brooklyn's gonna do anything. I feel like it'll probably be like Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and Boston.
What's wrong, Mitch?
What's wrong, Mitch, bro?
I'm just not gonna sleep on the Pacers. The Pacers are a great team. Weren't the Pacers a top 3 seed last season?
I don't know.
Like I said, I think this team is a threat, man. I think this team is a threat.
Hey, that's your.
Now, the Nets, they struggle. Their bench isn't as great as it needs to be to really compete.
So I said Milwaukee, Boston, Philadelphia. I took the Nets out because I didn't.
I still think the Nets are going to come back. I think they're not going to come back, and I think if they end up getting a low seed, they'll still end up making it to.
Before I bet on the Nets, like I said, man, I just need KD and Kyrie to play all their games. You know, they've been sitting out a lot. Like they sat out for load management after exactly. That's my point. You're sitting out for load management after 3 games. People were clowning LeBron and Kawhi last season for that. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
first off, we're clowning LeBron and Kawhi, but KD just came off of an injury. Let's first start with that, okay? See, the problem with now don't make that face, because that's the problem. That's exactly what Klay did. Klay was trying to act like y'all want him to act and come back all stronger. Where is Klay right now? Okay.
I mean,
Kevin Durant is trying to make sure that does not happen.
He was cleared for basketball. He was cleared for basketball.
Yes, but just because you're clear does not mean that you. No, I'm saying just because you're clear.
Because you're clear, that means you have healed from that injury. Now the fact that
but you don't go fully
suffered
another
injury. They wouldn't clear you if you weren't ready to go full.
Have you ever been injured in a sport before?
Yes, I've fractured my wrist. I fractured my wrist.
Right, okay. A tear is different. It's very different.
They would not clear you. They're not going to clear you if you're not fully ready.
I'm gonna be honest.
They wouldn't let you. They wouldn't let you play.
Here, look. This is the thing. Look, I have a friend.
Yeah, tell that to Kevin Durant when he came back into the Warriors game last year. 2 years ago when he came back into the Warriors game. Right?
They never announced him as a. They never announced him. They said he could play. He wasn't cleared 100% though. Everyone knew that he wasn't 100%.
Yes,
he was really on that court to really distract that team, to distract the Raptors.
With a tear, you have to ease into it. You have to go into rehab. You got to lift weights with your legs because it was a leg tear. You have to ease into it. You can't.
And even with playing basketball, you have to ease into it.
Didn't he miss a whole season?
He got injured in the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah.
He got injured in the playoffs.
Okay.
You still have to ease back into it. He's not going to just come back playing. I think it's very smart. Kevin Durant knows what he's doing. Kevin Durant does not have a fractured wrist.
But, okay, this still doesn't change my opinion that if the Nets want to get to the top, they need both of their star players to play. Imagine if LeBron and AD only played in half the games.
Imagine if AD and LeBron had some injuries like a muscle tear.
Bro. If he wasn't 100% to go, he shouldn't be on the court.
Hey, let's throw it back real quick. Not. Imagine if LeBron James got a car
change my
crash.
Argument. Oh my god.
Oh my
Possibly
god.
That's one of the most hilarious statements made on the podcast.
No, the most hilarious statements was LaMelo Ball top 5 and Russell Westbrook top 10. Or did I just dump some alcohol in some wounds?
We're going to act like he didn't put Rondo in his top 10.
Rondo over Jason Kidd. Allen Iverson over Jason Kidd.
Russell Westbrook over Jason Kidd.
All right.
I'm just saying, anything that you say.
Oh my goodness.
Brother.
Anything that you say.
Hey, look, talking top 10.
Anything that you say.
Talking top 10.
Rondo top 10.
Talking top 10. You know, Jordan.
Key to the Lakers trophy.
Jordan wanted to challenge us this podcast.
Finals MVP.
Jordan wanted to challenge us this.
Smoking that pack.
Finals MVP, guys.
Who's a Finals MVP?
Rondo was so important to that Lakers team that was quick to get rid of him for Dennis Schroeder. Come on now. Come on now.
Look.
Come on now.
Look, Jordan wanted to challenge us.
Russell went what for in the finals? Hey, what did he do?
2 for 9.
What did he go for? 2 for 9? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Russell didn't play on a stacked LeBron team. Come on, man. Put Russell on that Lakers team. I guarantee you they're winning. I guarantee it. Come on. It's the Lakers.
We can all admit now that Rondo is washed up, though. Rondo isn't as great as he did. He's not at his height. But for you to say that Russell is still in his prime and he's going 2 for 9 in the playoffs, that's pitiful.
Russell was never a good shooter. Russell was never that great of a shooter.
So why is he going 2 for 9? Why is he shooting? He
coaching.
averaged
like
a
you said
double-double.
yourself. Like you said yourself, they kept shooting threes, and Mike D'Antoni is your coach.
Well,
that's an exact quote, by the way. That's an exact quote, by the way.
James Harden
That's an exact quote, by the way. Episode 1 of the podcast. That's an exact quote.
That is an exact quote. But
that's an exact quote.
Be going 2 for 9. Bro, some of those shots that boy took. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Those weren't threes. I just want to put that on there.
I mean, he was playing well under Billy Donovan.
Look,
really?
He was playing great under Billy Donovan. Yes.
Y'all are talking about top 10 point guards.
Was it?
Top 10 point guards. Jordan wanted us to do a top starting 5 of all time. This is where it's going to get interesting.
Russell's in my starting 5.
That's cap.
I know
that's cap.
Rondo's in mine. No, I'm just kidding.
Shoot, what? Hey,
I said Rondo's in mine.
Y'all got Rondo. That's crazy. I got LaMelo.
Stop playing.
Okay,
bro.
no.
I get off this podcast.
Top 4.
I would walk off.
Anyways, all right.
Too.
So what? Okay, so I feel like the point guard, shooting guard, small forward is very obvious. So do y'all want to start with y'all want to start with power forward, center? You want to end it?
Do everybody list their top 5, and then we'll go who would win in a matchup.
Wait. I thought we were doing a starting 5.
Yeah, top 5, starting 5. I'm sorry. Your starting 5, and then who would win in the matchup?
I mean, a lot of these all of ours probably gonna be the same.
A matchup against. In our team, between our teams.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I feel like all our teams gonna be similar though.
No,
because I feel like
they're not.
Oh, Jordan finna be on that pack. Then it seems like.
All right. I'll go first. We'll save Jordan for last since he says they're not. Okay, I'll go first. I feel like everyone's gonna have this point guard. You got the boy. Past that, like Magic Johnson.
Why are you talking like that? Weirdo?
What do you mean? Come on, man. What are you talking about?
You got the boy. What do you want?
Magic Johnson. Come on. Shooting guard. This is very obvious.
Oh my god.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And then small forward, obvious. We got the LeBron James. Power forward. I feel like this is where everyone's gonna change. Power forward and center. Power forward. I'm gonna go Tim Duncan. He's a very accomplished power forward. I feel like he's very underrated in all power forwards. I'm gonna put him at power forward. And at center, I was gonna go with the Diesel, Shaq. I was going to. I just want to mention that so everybody doesn't, light me up for not picking him. But I chose Bill Russell. Bill Russell he's a monster. He was a monster for the Celtics. You can't deny that. I mean, competition or not, he was a monster. That's my A.
Playing against a bunch of 5'8" white people.
That's what I'm saying. I say, look. Hey, look, it don't matter. Look, Will was doing this. Hey, Micheal, you go next because that dude Jordan said something at the start, and I feel like he's gonna be way different. So, Micheal, you go next.
At point guard, I have Isaiah Thomas.
I knew somebody was gonna pick him.
Listen. At shooting guard, I got, Michael Jordan, obviously. At small forward, I got Larry Bird. At power forward, I got Tim Duncan. And at center, come on, bro, I got Hakeem.
You left LeBron out?
Wow. I left LeBron out.
That's crazy.
LeBron's just not top 5 in my opinion.
Mad.
I'm just kidding, by the way. Me and Cameron have the same exact team, except instead at center I got Kareem instead of Bill Russell.
So what's your team?
It's mine.
My team is Magic Johnson at point, shooting guard Michael Jordan, small forward LeBron, power forward Tim Duncan, and at center I got Kareem instead of Bill Russell.
I wanted to be competitive. So I wanted to make sure I got somebody different. I didn't want to follow the same Kid and Kam podcast. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. So I wanted to be competitive. Now, I don't think that everybody can match up on this team, but all I need is about 3 players to score the ball, okay? You hear me?
Okay.
To start off at point guard, I just got a small man on the court, somebody who knows how to lead the team that isn't Magic Johnson. And he's not Magic Johnson, but he's not bad. Chris Paul is going to be my starting point guard. You can't have a bunch of head honchos on the court because then they're going to collide. At number 2, I wanted somebody who I know would be able to go up against Michael Jordan because I know you two clowns would both choose Michael Jordan. So why not take the number 2 shooting guard?
Okay, hold on, wait.
8 to 24, 2 times 4. Kobe.
Wait, okay, hold on. I want to make something clear here.
I'm not done.
I just want to say something.
No, you got to.
I'm not making a critique. I'm not making a critique. I'm not making a critique.
You got to name your top 5. You're not going to argue.
I'm going to state why my state.
When I'm naming my top 5.
All right. I'll say it after.
I don't care about why right now.
I'll say it after.
Okay.
Number 2, Kobe Bryant. Now, I thought me and Meech were on the same page because I think this is still one of the top 5 small forwards of all time. He's not LeBron James. He is not. But
shooting guard.
He is a beast. And a small forward, I'm going to put Larry Bird. Larry Bird is one of my favorite players. And
I wish y'all could see how straight my face is right now.
He's got a stacked highlight at number 4. Power forward. A 7-foot monster who in his prime can make almost any shot that he can put up. And that is going to be Kevin the Sniper Durant. And why don't we just bring it in with another beast in the paint? Another beast in the paint who loves to fill up the gas tank with not regular, but diesel. Shaquille O'Neal. Now, formally, I think my 5 could be your 5.
Okay, look, this is what I wanted to say.
Listen, have y'all? Well, hold on. Before you go, Cameron, listen. Y'all seen Austin Powers, right?
Yeah.
You know how Mr. Evil does a thing with his pinky. He just points out his face. Yeah. I'm doing that, but it's not like there's no creepy evil smile. It's just the straightest face possible. I want you to imagine.
That's not a bad 5, though. That's not a bad 5.
It's not a bad 5, and I don't agree with some of them, but like.
This is my.
I mean, you said you put your team down as this aspect that was like chemistry based, but there is just no way if I'm looking at an all-time team that I'm just leaving LeBron built. The B in LeBron stands for built different. There's just no way I'm leaving this man off. When you look at assists, rebounds, points, he's at the top. There's just no way.
No, he's a monster.
He's a scorer. He's a monster. You can't get home.
Look, he's
one of the greatest, but I'm not going to lie. I didn't want to ride the Kid and Kam podcast.
Here's my reasoning.
I didn't want to ride the Kid and Kam podcast.
Look, when coming into this, I thought we were making a top starting all-time top 5, starting lineup.
I picked my 5.
Okay.
I picked my 5. I didn't say pick all time.
No, that's what I thought we were doing. I didn't know we were about to basically play each other like this was 2K or something like that. I would have went with a completely different team. But top 5 all time, I believe this is the team that I have jotted down. Top 5 all time. In their position, I feel like these are the top players that ever played in their position. Bill Russell, the center position is kind of iffy because you can put Shaq at number 1. You could put probably Kareem, Hakeem, those guys.
You say probably. Don't say probably like that. Don't disrespect
Shaq
that,
would say, though, Shaq would say they
Shaq
were the
said
first
that.
to do it, and he was inspired by that.
Yeah, Shaq said that he wasn't the best center. So, some people have some of those guys at number 1. I have Bill Russell. You can't deny his greatness, his accomplishments.
So you put down your number 1 at every position.
Basically.
That makes sense.
I tried. That's why I have Magic at number 1. We heard in the point guard rankings, I have Magic at number 1. MJ's obviously one of the greatest players of all time.
LeBron's. If you still, even if you want to do a starting 5 where I'm like, I want to beat your team, and we just not going to pick the best players of all time, I'm going to replace Kareem with Wilt Chamberlain. I'm going to keep LeBron. I'm going to keep Michael. I'm going to take out Magic Johnson and give me Stephen Curry.
All right, see, this is.
I saw somebody picking Stephen Curry.
This is where I would change it up. This is gonna be weird. I know it is. Take out Magic. Okay, no, leave Magic. He can pass the ball. I was gonna put John Stockton because he could feed the rock.
One of the greatest passes.
Magic Johnson, he could feed the ball and he can score. He can score and he can pass the ball. So I'm gonna keep them the same.
And he can lead as a floor general.
You got Kevin out there. Tim Duncan, that's obviously a mismatch. Tim Duncan's slow compared to Kevin Durant. We can't deny that. But, power forward-wise, I'm still going to keep Tim Duncan out there. Either way, either one of them really can't guard each other, if we're being honest. With Tim Duncan being in the paint, Kevin Durant on the three-pointer.
Because Kevin Durant's not like a defensive
The only one I'd probably change would be Bill Russell. I'd probably switch it to Kareem or Wilt. One of them, or possibly even Shaq. I'd probably go Wilt. Wilt has that scoring.
Possibly the most dominant player of all time.
Yeah, I would put either.
Hey man, it's his team, bro.
No, I'm gonna put Kareem. I'm gonna put Kareem.
I'm just saying names.
Jabbar.
I'm not picking his team from him.
You did pick.
I didn't pick his. I'm not picking his team. All right, Chris Paul. Relax, Chris Paul.
I have no problem. Chris Paul is one of my favorite players.
But no,
so that's why I put him on my team, and that's not a bad pick.
It's not a bad pick. I see where you're going for. I see what you're going for. So it's not. I'm not hating on it. But
he's
like,
not the greatest, but he's a top 10.
Yeah, he's
Is he
top
gonna
10.
be able to stop Magic Johnson?
No.
But
No.
That's why we have Shaquille O'Neal in the paint.
Why you got that face, man? Scared me.
Because he's over here clowning. That's why
Well,
we
for
got
me,
Shaquille O'Neal in the paint.
lucky for me, I got Stephen Curry, so he don't need to hit the paint because I got the best shooter of all
Chris
time
Paul can
on my
guard
team.
Stephen Curry. He's done it before.
How many? Okay.
2017, 2018 season. Before he was injured. Let's not forget.
You know, I could just go look up Curry's stats, but just to save us the time and any embarrassing.
No,
answers.
Curry's stat is a monster, but I'm saying
Cameron,
Chris
just
Paul
continue.
can stop him. Chris Paul can stop him.
Cameron, you agree with this?
Chris Paul can slow down Stephen Curry.
Remember, Cameron,
if he can't stop
apparently
him, he can slow him down. If he can't stop him, he can slow him down. And he's done it before.
Look, this is what
Cameron,
this is.
let's just remember, this is coming from the guy that said Russell Westbrook is a top 10.
What does that have to do
this
with
is-
this
this
argument,
is-
though? What does that have to
this
do with
is-
this
this
argument?
is-
Why even bring that
this
up?
is-
That's a pointless.
Bro, y'all
That's a pointless
y'all are
statement.
asking.
That's
y'all
a
are-
pointless
y'all
statement.
are asking for.
That is a pointless
You don't know point
statement.
guards.
That is a
I'm
pointless
just-
statement. Why
I'm
are
just
you
saying.
even bringing that up? I don't know point guards.
Y'all are asking
I'm just saying
advice
he
from a
put Russell
person.
Westbrook.
Rondo
He
top
put
10.
Russell-
Come
Y'all
on, bro.
y'all are
I'm saying
y'all are
this,
asking
bro. I'm saying
for
this.
input
Come
that
on,
said
bro.
LaMelo is going to be a top 4
Let me
point
explain.
guard. Y'all are asking for input
Let
from
me
someone like
explain
that.
this. Let me explain this. He put Russell
pointless.
Westbrook over
Look,
Chris Paul.
What does that have to do with the
One second,
question?
one second.
What
I'm
does
about
that
to
have to
explain it.
do?
Well,
What
if you
does
would let
that?
me explain it, I
What
would
does
explain
that
it.
have to do with the? Wait.
I would love to explain it.
Let's say that one more time. I put Russell over who?
Over Chris Paul, right? He put Russell over Chris Paul.
Yeah.
In my
Yeah.
eyes, Russell has not been able to slow down Steph Curry. Chris Paul has.
this is what I'm going to say on the situation. Chris Paul has proven he can slow down Stephen Curry. He has done it.
Thank you.
Now, saying just in a
Thank
solely
you.
one game, if he can do it, I mean, it's a question for every player ever. I mean, if he can stop him that one
Right.
game. But if we're talking about a series, there's going to be a couple games where Chris Paul is going to slow him down.
He did it 3 games. He did it 3 games until he got injured.
I'll say.
Hey
I'll say
guys,
pulling
if
up
you
the
could see
stats
my
and
face
highlights.
right now, if you could
I'll
see
say
my,
pulling up the stats and
I'm not.
highlights.
No, if we're pulling up stats and highlights, Steph Curry is a beast, but that doesn't mean Chris Paul can't slow him down.
I'm just trying to figure out why you brought up that pointless argument of I picked Russell. What does that have, to do with the question? You
I
used
just
it for
explained
what?
it.
In what sense?
I just explained it.
But that was a
Put
pointless.
Russell
That was
Westbrook
pointless.
over Chris Paul.
All time, yes.
Right.
And you'd be crazy not to.
No,
Come
I
on.
wouldn't. No, you're
Oh
crazy.
my god.
You're
Oh my
crazy.
god. Oh my god.
You're crazy. He's not better than Chris Paul. I can assure that.
Oh.
I can assure that. Not better than
Oh, my
Chris
goodness.
Paul. Chris
Oh, my
Paul.
goodness.
Chris Paul.
Everybody listening right
Chris
now,
Paul?
leave your input in the
They
comment
both have
section.
not won.
Leave
Oh
your
my
input in the
goodness.
comment
They both
section.
have
Is
not
Russell
won.
top 10 over Chris Paul? Leave your input in the comment section.
It's not even. We're not even like. That's the point, though. The argument's not even is Russell top 10 over Chris Paul. The point is Russell overall right now in their careers. You're telling me Chris Paul has had a better career?
Stat wise or like overall?
Everything. Overall.
Yeah, I give it to Chris Paul.
Oh my
Top 10 on
amazing,
that assist
bro.
lead.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
The thing that Russell is known for that is
my
monster.
goodness.
He's got that double be Nobody's
Oh
ever gonna
my
be able
goodness.
to. Nobody's ever gonna be able to beat that. That's an
Triple-double,
all-time
yeah.
record.
Triple-double, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Triple double. Thank you for correcting me. Triple double, all-time triple double. But I'm like team wise, no.
Look, this is
Chris
what
Paul.
I'm gonna say. I'm not saying
It's
that.
like it's crazy
Look.
because like when you talk about Russell, when you talk about Chris Paul, I can feel that Rockets fan
Look,
bias just bouncing off the
this is what
screen.
I'm gonna say.
Listen to me, you don't like Russ because what he did and what his tenure in Houston was like. You like Chris Paul because his tenure was slightly better. They made it to the Western Conference
Chris Paul
Finals
when he
because
was
I don't
with
know
the
if you
Clippers.
remember, but they didn't have to play LeBron in that semi. I don't know if you remember, but the Rockets won Game 1 of that Lakers series. Okay, but obviously it's the Lakers. It's LeBron. What did I just say? What does the B in LeBron stand for? Built different. Come on, man. This is when you're talking about teams in the playoffs, James Harden has had no success in the playoffs with Russell. He has also had no success in the playoffs without Russell, because I don't know if you remember.
That's cap.
I don't know if you remember, but how
he
many
almost beat the Warriors, which Russell failed to do.
Almost. And it doesn't matter. I don't care about the Western Conference Championship. I want to know how many championships he has. It's a pointless argument.
No,
you can't sit here and
right here.
Like
Let
me speak for 2 seconds. Let me speak for 2 seconds.
It's louder than that pack I'm gonna hit when we in this podcast.
Let me speak for 2 seconds real quick. You just brought up that LeBron and the Lakers beat the Houston Rockets, right? With James Harden and Russell.
Hold on, before relax. Before you start, I just need to hit this pack real quick.
All right, whatever.
So you had me cringing. Who cares? So let's go.
So you just said that the best team in the East, the Houston Rockets couldn't beat the best team in the East with Russell, right? That's what you just said, right? With LeBron, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you take these Western Conference Finals that we keep bringing up with the Houston Rockets. Was Golden State Warriors not the best team that year in the West? They were.
And Chris Paul beat him.
And Chris Paul was injured. Put Chris Paul healthy. Houston was taking that series.
Guess what? We will never know. We will never know. And you can't say that. We will never know.
All right.
We will know. How will you know?
We will
never know. It's pointless. It's a pointless argument. I don't know if you guys remember. But when every single one of those Warriors players were at their prime, and what was it? They won 72 games. I don't know if you guys remember, but the Thunder had a 3-1 lead. There were no injuries. They still lost that series. They still lost that series. So what's your explanation for that, Cameron?
We had
that point in time, you had no problem with Russell Westbrook.
And they choked.
So why did we blow a 3-1 lead?
Because we choked. What do you mean? No one got hurt. We choked.
I don't know. I just feel like you're kind of proving us right.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not.
This is
why did we lose that series? We had no injuries.
This is the thing.
You're saying you're trying to sit here and say the Rockets would have won that series. We will never know that.
Okay,
you say yes, we will. How will we know that?
I agree with that. We will never know. But you can't deny.
Why is this even the argument? This was supposed to be a top 5.
You can't deny that Chris Paul
y'all keep bringing up Russell Westbrook
was playing better against the top team in the West than Russell was just playing against top team in the West. Can't deny that. I'm just
saying Chris Paul is a better point guard to have. He's a great point guard to have because he can.
He's a great team leader.
And then I use the example that Russell couldn't.
Russ is too. You gonna tell me Russ isn't a great team leader, Cam? You gonna tell me he's not? Say it. Just say it right now. Because off the dome, I'll
you gonna bring up the triple double. You gonna bring up the triple double season?
Say it right now.
You gonna bring up triple double season?
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember, but when Kevin Durant lost, he signed a contract extension. He stayed with that team. He led them to the playoffs.
Being loyal.
That's being a good team lead.
That's just being loyal.
What's the next topic?
Okay, hold on, wait. So you're gonna say that a bench player that signed? You're gonna say Nick Collison? You're gonna say Nick Collison that stayed for his whole career in the Thunder is a team leader? Come on, man.
I don't care. You're not giving off any points. Every time I say something, you try to say something stupider to try to put it down.
You gonna bring up team leaders for the Thunder? Would you ever brought up Nick Collison that he spent his whole career for the Thunder?
I just don't care.
You gonna bring that up? All right then.
Look, man, he was a good team player.
He wasn't a good team leader.
Relax.
Wasn't a good team leader.
Never called him.
But you just said that being loyal was a team leader.
That's my problem. That's my problem with this. The argument. Listen to me. What did I just say? Every time I say something that proves you wrong, you say something dumber down and stupider. Listen, the argument is Russell Westbrook. You're bringing up these pointless players.
You just said that being loyal is being a team leader.
Come on,
and I brought up a loyal player that wasn't a team leader, and you just got heated.
So Russell Westbrook didn't lead that team?
Nick Collison sure didn't. He was loyal.
Why is the argument Nick Collison?
You brought up loyal players. Nick Collison played his whole career.
You brought up Nick Collison. The argument is Russell.
You brought up loyal players.
You're scared to admit I'm right.
Just say I'm saying he was loyal. I said he was loyal.
Just say I'm right and move on.
No, you're not.
Just say I'm right and move on.
You're not.
All right.
Okay, then you sit there. You can clown then. What's the next topic?
Because obviously the
topic was our top 5 players.
Who would win in the top 5? I don't even know.
Jordan, am I wrong, bro? Am I wrong?
What an absolute clown. You want to sit here calling Jordan because he doesn't like Russell. His point is, listen, like I said, that bias is thick.
Both of you are not wrong.
Listen, we gonna listen.
Both of you are not wrong.
Next NBA podcast, we don't get a fourth on here.
Russ was a leader on the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me he wasn't.
Do I think that all years he was a great leader and he was a good leader, a leader that I would like to have originally on my team? The answer is no.
No.
But does that mean
because
that he was
you gotta
not
think,
a leader
when he was on that
OKC,
team with KD?
He was a go-to man, which kind of originally makes him a leader, whether or not he is a good leader. Does that originally mean that he is a good leader? No, he was a go-to man. That is what happened. He's a go-to man. That's it.
I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say here.
What I'm saying is you were both right. What his Cam is trying to say is he was not a good leader. That's what he means when he's like he was not a leader. He was not a good leader. But he was a go-to man, so that makes him a leader.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell me he's not.
It was him. It was him and KD.
It was him and KD. It was mainly KD. But once KD left, he had to step up.
You're right.
Come on,
You're
man.
right. You're right. I'm
agreeing.
agreeing.
That's straight BS. That is straight B. He wasn't good at it. How was he not good at it?
Bro, oh my. Jordan just said the same thing, and you gonna catch an attitude with me? Come on, man.
How is he not good?
Bro, come on.
How is he not good at it?
Come on, man.
Cameron, okay, since he, okay.
Who's gonna win this top five?
I'm gonna give you something. Listen, I'm gonna give you a question. Listen, shut up. I'm gonna give. Listen, it's simple because he doesn't want me to say it. Listen, I'm gonna give you a question that I'm gonna say.
You keep getting heated at me.
I'm not heated.
You sound heated.
Listen,
you sure do sound heated.
Listen. Can you stop talking for 10 seconds?
Let me say what I'm gonna say.
Let me say what I'm gonna say.
Don't y'all me.
Let me say what I'm going to say. When you know somebody losing, they don't want you to talk. But listen. For the next NBA podcast, I want you to find me a player who won a championship, who was on a team where he was the only star player. Have that ready for us next time. Jordan, take us away since you were leading.
All right, guys, if that's it for today, you already know what's happening next podcast. Cam is going to find us a player who led a team to the championship.
It's not possible. It's not possible.
By himself and won.
It's not possible, bro.
Then how was Russell? Then how can we grade Russell on not being a good leader that year? How can we not grade him on that?
He was a go-to guy. He was the only good player except for Steven Adams and Victor Oladipo,
Let us know
bro.
in the comments below. Cam's got some homework to do. Can he get it done?
It's not going to be done. It's not going to be done.
He won't find it. He won't find it.
I'm going to keep talking because if I stop talking, I'm going to have to start over again. But hey, we're here for you guys, for your entertainment. We're here to try to make you guys feel better and, get a way to escape reality. So let us know what you want to hear about, because we're passionate. You can hear Dimitri, how passionate he is about Russell Westbrook. If that's it, thank you guys for tuning in to the Kid and Kam podcast. We're going to head out. Make sure you drop a comment below and smash that subscribe button. Let's go.